Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Well, it's Friday night. We're going to have great services here at Main Campus, South Campus, and East Campus as we look again at the theme, what do great revivals look like? We're going to study the book of Jonah tonight. Revival looks like one man walking into a city with no media, no social networking, no PA system, and in 3 days, one of the greatest cities in the world came to God. That's what revival looks like. Right now, let's go back to the book of Psalms chapter 52. Psalms 52. This is one of David's songs, and sometimes David sang some very interesting songs. Listen to this psalm. Why do you boast of evil, you mighty man? Why do you boast all day long, you who are disgrace in the eyes of God? Your tongue plots destruction. It is like a sharpened razor, you who practice deceit. You love evil rather than good, falsehood rather than speaking the truth. You love every harmful word, O deceitful tongue. What an amazing thing for David to sing. But David was challenged because there were people around him. This is long before David had become king. This is when he had fled to the house of Abimelech. And David was just crying out against the evil that persecuted him and that came against him. He said, I don't get it. Why do these mighty men, why do these strong and powerful people boast about evil? Why do they boast about their sin? I don't get it. You'd think they'd be ashamed of their sin, but here they are boasting about their sin. He said, it's disgraceful in the eyes of God, yet you brag about it. He said, you love evil rather than good, falsehood rather than speaking the truth. Sometimes as a Christian, you look around and as a man, you hear men bragging about how many women they've had sex with and they've committed adultery against their wife. They don't even remember how many times, and they're bragging about it. You hear women bragging about how they brought men down and got them to buy things for them. You hear people bragging about how much they can drink. You hear them bragging about, how much money they stole from somebody else. You hear the bragging of these powerful people about sin. And there's no remorse in them at all. They love evil. They love sin. Now, in the midst of this, you and I just have to understand this is the heart of unsaved people. And you're never going to understand them. You look at it and go, how can they brag about such a disgraceful thing? How can he brag about how many times he's violated his covenant with his wife? How can he brag about all the people he hurt because of the money he stole? How can he be proud of such a thing? You and I will never understand this. So don't try. At some point, you just have to go, this is why the world needs Jesus.